Marcus Rashford sends stunning message to Manchester United over Barcelona transfer. Marcus Rashford wants to stay at Barcelona beyond the end of the season. Marcus Rashford has sent a message to Man United that he wants to stay at Barcelona once his loan spell comes to an end in the summer. The Red Devils allowed Rashford to leave Old Trafford in the summer transfer window on loan to Barcelona, with the Catalan Giants having a £26 million option to make the deal permanent next summer. After falling out of favour under Ruben Amorim, who claimed in January that he would rather play his goalkeeper coach than Rashford, Man United sent him on loan to Aston Villa for the second part of last season. Rashford got off to a slow start at Barcelona with rumours that they could terminate the deal early, but now he is finding his feet for the La Liga side. The England international has 5 goals and 4 assists in his last 12 matches in all competitions for Barcelona, including 2 goals and a 6-1 win over Olympiacos in the Champions League in midweek. And now Rashford has revealed that he definitely wants to stay at Barcelona once his loan deal from Man United expires in the summer. When asked if he wants to stay at Barcelona, Rashford told ESPN, "Oh yeah, for sure. I'm enjoying this football club, and I think for anybody who loves football, Barcelona is one of the key clubs in the history of the game. For a player is an honor." Rashford added, "It was so many years in one place. People forget this, but 23 years of my life was with Manchester United. So sometimes you just need a change. I think maybe this is the case with me, and yeah, I'm enjoying everything." Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano insists that Rashford is sending very clear messages about his future as Barcelona consider triggering the option in the loan deal from Man United. Romano said on his YouTube channel, "Rashford is doing great at Barcelona. Rashford is sending very clear messages. His desire to be a Barcelona player is there since January 2025. Almost 1 year ago, in the January window, it was not possible to make the deal happen because Barcelona didn't have the space to register and sign Rashford because Ansu Fati didn't want to leave the club in January. Then in the summer, Ansu Fati accepted the possibility to leave Barcelona, went to Monaco. Barcelona had the space to sign Rashford, and they completed the transfer on a loan deal with a €30 million buy option clause. Now, Rashford is performing in a fantastic way, already reaching 10 goal contributions between goals and assists, doing very well also in the Champions League, can play as a striker, can play as a winger. You can feel how comfortable Rashford is at Barcelona. As I've been telling you for weeks, the feeling internally at Barca is that Rashford really perfectly fits the structure they have on the tactical point of view at Barcelona. They're very happy with all the relationships Rashford has with his teammates as well." Liverpool gets Marc Guéhi wake-up call as rival makes transfer move. Marc Guéhi was on the verge of joining Liverpool on deadline day during the summer transfer window, but the deal fell through as Crystal Palace decided against losing its captain. Marc Guéhi almost joined Liverpool on deadline day, but a deal collapsed. Liverpool's hopes of signing Marc Guéhi have taken a minor hit. The Crystal Palace defender was on the Reds' radar during the summer transfer window, but a deal didn't come to fruition. Liverpool had agreed to sign Guéhi from the Eagles on deadline day. However, as Oliver Glasner and Steve Parish locked horns over the England international's future, he underwent a medical in London. The Palace chairman decided against losing another key player so late in the transfer window, having already sold Ebereki Eze to Arsenal, and consequently cancelled the deal. Now, unless Guéhi renews his contract at Selhurst Park, he'll be available on a free transfer at the end of the season. For now, Liverpool can do nothing. From January, overseas clubs will be able to start pre-contract discussions with the Palace skipper. Liverpool, along with every other English club, must wait until he enters the final month of his contract in May. Alternatively, Liverpool can make a transfer offer in January, but that would mean spending money on a player who would be available as a free agent just months later. Sky Sports Germany reports that Bayern Munich's director of sport, Max Eberl, recently met with Guéhi's agent, Gordon Stipik. Guéhi will remain at Crystal Palace until at least January. It said that the Bundesliga champion is now in the running to secure the Englishman's signature, but it faces stiff competition from Liverpool and Real Madrid. Bayern has set its sights on Guéhi as a potential replacement for Dayot Upamecano, whose contract is also due to expire this summer. Any potential move for the Liverpool target could also depend on whether Kim Min-jae remains at the club. Earlier this month, it emerged that Guéhi has no plans to pen fresh terms at Selhurst Park. Speaking to journalists last week, Glasner confirmed, "I think Mark has already told us that he doesn't sign a new contract, so he will leave next year. The club wanted him to stay. They offered Mark a new contract, but he said, 'No, I want to make something different.' And that's normal. And for us, It's how we can deal with this situation. What is the best way to get this next step done? And that's all about how we are talking together. Pressed on his future whilst away with England this month, Guéhi kept his cards close to his chest. The ex-Chelsea centre-back told the BBC, "I like to live in the present and I can't be thinking about the future at all because there is a lot of work to do, but also my future is in God's hands. Wherever God wants me to go, I will go, but that will be taken care of at the end of the season. As long as I'm playing well and helping Palace, there's definitely an opportunity for me to be here as I am today. Whether it's sorted or not, it's not really the most important thing, to be honest. Personally, I don't know if I can think that far ahead. I like to just take it step by step, and that is just focusing on the games that I have at Palace and any upcoming opportunities one have here." When deadline day happened, it was all a blur. To be honest, I'm still the same young man trying to find his feet, find his way, trying to improve. There's so many experiences I can take, not just from that, but just the games that I've had over the last 12 months or so. 3 players just swiped Liverpool's starting place as Arne Slot unlocks ideal formula. Arne Slot made his Liverpool team look much more solid and controlled against Eintracht Frankfurt, and he must now repeat the trick against Brentford on Saturday. After a dire run, Liverpool needed to get back on track quickly. And with an emphatic victory over Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League, if that doesn't instill confidence, what will? Arne Slot is sweating on injuries to Jeremy Frimpong and Alexander Isak after the summer arrivals both picked up issues in the first half at the Deutsche Bank Arena. But the Liverpool boss saw plenty of positives too as his losing streak ended. Florian Wirtz got his first assists in a competitive game for Liverpool. Hugo Ekitike took his goal very well and was excellent again, and the Reds' attack finally found its groove. What that means for Mohamed Salah, who has been out of form and found himself out of the team here, remains to be seen. Ryan Gravenberch, too, was missing through injury, but will return to the starting 11 when he is fit again. But the changed Liverpool not only got a positive result, but also responded well to going behind, and put in a calm, composed and fundamentally cohesive showing. Eintracht Frankfurt didn't look up to that much, even if it beat Galatasaray 5-1 earlier in the competition, but Liverpool still had to put in a performance after a tricky run. And having done so, multiple players who came in should keep their places. Hugo Ekitike of Liverpool speaks to the media in the flash interview after the team's victory during the UEFA Champions League 2025-26 League Phase MD3 match between Eintracht Frankfurt and Liverpool FC at Frankfurt Stadion. Ekitike not only scored but also put in another strong effort across the course of the game. With news that Isak has a groin issue, hence why he was forced off at halftime, he should arguably be the first name on the team sheet at Brentford this weekend. Closely behind him should be Curtis Jones, who replaced Alexis Mac Allister here. In addition to being a strong runner, he barely gave the ball away and injected considerably more balance into the side. Jones completed 122 of his 127 passes on the night, the most by a Liverpool player in a single Champions League game since Opta began taking records in 2003-04. With Mac Allister struggling for form after coming back from an injury that kept him out for much of the summer, going with Jones for a spell is now a no-brainer, starting with Brentford. Similarly, Andy Robertson took his chance. In for Milos Kerkez, a player whose early season struggles have been slightly exaggerated, but who has certainly not been at his peak, the Scotland captain seemed determined to leave an impression. Content with sitting back and offering an extra defensive buffer, Robertson's inclusion in the team went a long way to helping restore calmness in the Liverpool team as well. In the long run, Isak, Kerkez and Mac Allister will be mainstays of the best Liverpool starting 11 that Slot can select. Each is individually too talented for that not to be the case. For now though, the Dutchman has found a winning formula. As Liverpool looks to keep pace with its league title rivals, the Reds have the ideal template to replicate. African Player of Year shortlist revealed as PSG's Hakimi and Salah lead the way. The 10-man shortlist for the 2025 African Footballer of the Year award has been revealed this week. Previous winners of the prestigious award include the likes of Sadio Mane, Senegal, in 2022, Victor Osimhen, Nigeria, in 2023, Ademola Lookman, Nigeria, in 2024, Mane once more in 2019 and Mohamed Salah, Egypt, in 2017 and 2018. The full list of this year's nominees goes as follows. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa, Napoli and Cameroon. Dennis Bouanga, Los Angeles FC and Gabon. Serhou Guirassy, Borussia Dortmund and Guinea. Achraf Hakimi, Paris Saint-Germain and Morocco. Oussama Lamlioui, Renaissance Berkane. Fiston Mail, Pyramids and DR Congo, Iliman Ndiaye, Everton and Senegal, Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray and Nigeria, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool and Egypt, Pape Matar Sarr, Tottenham Hotspur and Senegal. Osimhen won the 2023 African Player of the Year award after helping Napoli win the Italian Serie A title, whilst Lookman helped Atlanta to their first European trophy in 2023 as they lifted the Europa League. Main won the award in 2023 after he won the Africa Cup of Nations with Senegal in February, scoring 3 goals and providing 2 assists on the way to the final. Salah picked up multiple awards for his performances for Liverpool and Egypt, which included an AFCON final, a Champions League trophy and Premier League title. Salah and Hakimi and the favourites for the award, and odds favour the Moroccan, who won the Ligue 1 title, Champions League, Super Cup and Coupe de France title. Hugo Ekitike explains refusal to celebrate milestone Liverpool goal. I have so much respect. The Liverpool star scored the equaliser for the Reds against his old club as they went on to win 5-1. Liverpool striker Hugo Ekitike declined to celebrate after finding the net against his former club Eintracht Frankfurt during Wednesday evening's commanding 5-1 Champions League triumph, which brought an abrupt halt to the Reds' concerning 4-match losing sequence. The French forward, who transferred from the German side earlier this year, maintained a respectful stance after his 35th-minute equaliser at Deutsche Bank Park. I have so much respect for Frankfurt. They made me the player I am, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to Frankfurt. I am respectful and grateful for what they did to me, Ekitike explained to TNT Sports following the match. His composed finish, racing onto Andy Robertson's defense-splitting pass before calmly beating goalkeeper Michael Zetterer, marked his maiden Champions League goal and proved the catalyst for Liverpool's remarkable first-half transformation. The hosts had seized control after 26 minutes when Rasmus Christensen's strike found the net via the far post, capitalizing on Liverpool's defensive vulnerability following a midfield turnover. The goal marked the 18th conceded by the Reds in just 13 matches this campaign. Yet Ekitike's breakthrough sparked an extraordinary 9-minute blitz that completely reversed the match's trajectory. 4 minutes after the Frenchman's leveler, Captain Virgil van Dijk rose to meet Cody Gakpo's corner delivery, powering a header past Zetterer. The visitors' set-piece dominance continued as Ibrahima Konate added a third just before the interval, the centre-back climbing highest to convert another corner. Arne Slot's tactical gamble of pairing Ekitike with Alexander Isak in attack for their inaugural start together ultimately paid dividends, though the partnership lasted only 45 minutes. Ekitike reflected on his special homecoming, telling TNT Sports, "It was a great feeling to come back to Frankfurt. It was something special to come back home. To win and score my first Champions League goal here was important." The 22-year-old detailed his finishing technique for the crucial equalizer. "I just keep it calm and cool. I knew he would come and open his legs, so I put it between the legs and that worked." Regarding his developing partnership with Isak, Ekitike acknowledged room for growth whilst praising his strike partner, adding, "I think it was good. We can improve together and he is a very good player. We need to work together and find a good association. I have very good teammates, staff, and I love my life here. I hope I can keep going because it's about consistency in football. I feel really good and they have helped me a lot. That is why I am calm and doing my thing." Hugo Ekitike was at Frankfurt for a year and a half after a loan spell from PSG was made permanent in 2024. Liverpool's dominance extended into the second period as Cody Gakpo converted Florian Wirtz's square pass before Dominik Szoboszlai's thunderous long-range effort completed the rout in the 70th minute. The comprehensive victory provides crucial momentum for Slot's squad ahead of Saturday's Premier League encounter with Brentford at Anfield. The Dutch manager's decision to rest Mohamed Salah proved justified as his side rediscovered their attacking fluency. Latest sports news. Captain Van Dijk dismissed suggestions the result represented a statement, maintaining perspective on the team's recovery. "I don't know if it's a statement, but it is a win and something to build on," the defender told TNT Sports. "We don't get dragged into the negative things that are going around. The only way you can play your game is to focus on the task ahead. Keep going. Don't get dragged into all that stuff."